Yeah, sorry for the delay there. I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was, which is not surprising since I've definitely not very prepared. I haven't got my key light on, and I still need to change the default of that to about there. That turns everything orange. There's something about there we go. That's what we want. If we put that up, we can that is a bit dazzling, but that does the job rather nicely. So the lights behind me, with the wrong combination of lighting on me and exposure on the camera, everything turns all that side there. The reds and the oranges and the yellows all blend into one colour, which is not great. Not what I want at all. Right, so what's going on? I have been travelling a lot lately, so lots of lots of not streaming. No Beat Sabers. Hopefully we are getting back into Beat Saber tomorrow, depending a little bit on when my motorcycle test. I am having a motorcycle test in the morning, one of two. So first one, I don't get to take the end plates off. I pass or fail, and if I pass, hello LJ. Just getting warmed up and talking about like camera stuff like this. So if I turn down my key light, all the lights behind me kind of the colour flattens. So I need it about there, and then we can mess with this a bit, get a bolder thing. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, motorcycle mod 1 test tomorrow. Beat Sabers have been absent of late, and LJ's popped in because we've been talking about this. Hang on, I'll press the button now. Let's see if it works. Oh, it doesn't work on this scene. It's meant to work on this scene, but it doesn't. Why? That's interesting. That's a fix to make. Ah, hang on. This is why. That needs to be down there. So if I do this now. So this is what I've been using for the time being. And it's just VDO2 plus this is this. I'll need to tune it a bit. So all it needs to do was light up and bounce a little when I'm talking, which it does. So it bounces when I start talking and a little bit in there. So yes, this will have a few more frames at some point. I'm not going to say soon because yeah, I like how it looks. So actually, let's see if we can just have a preview. Yes. Do you mind me sort of showing off what you've done already? Or would you prefer to keep it a surprise? Not that there's anyone but me and you here at the moment. Right, let's download that then. We'll pop back over here. So and then I'll just create a source quickly. I don't know how long this stream is going to be. I've been on the bike for 2 hours and I've got to be in bed very early because I've got to be up very early today. Okay. So this is roughly what it's going to look like. LJ is going to have a second pass at it. You little... I personally, I really like it. I like the blinky eyes on the cats, the hands moving around. But yeah, love it. Thank you so much. I'll just get rid of that. Yeah, it is. I mean, if it was super realistic, they'd just be screaming like the whole time. That's fine. You've never been under any real pressure to make it, I hope. I'm just very appreciative it's there. And yeah, thank you for being so accommodating with my incredibly loose things. Like I recently I pondered in someone else's channel, the Magnificent Fader Tech. If she did remix, she does little sort of lo-fi music creation. And if she would be open to the idea of a commission, and she said she didn't do commissions, but she did do gifts if people asked nicely, and I was like, oh, okay. How does remixing or redoing the Lurking Sloth tune sound? And she agreed. And I did not give her adequate requirements.
Bring it on.
Oh, thank you. You didn't need to do that, LJ. I appreciate it. Take a little bit of money out of Bezos' pocket and put it in medical aid for Palestine, mostly at the moment. So yes, it was J.K. Rowling's birthday, and I celebrated it by looking at the amount I'd raised from mermaids. I forget about it too. I've got Twitch Turbo, which makes subs that I make entirely gifting based. So I tend to give people money. So yeah, But on the side, I have set up a monthly donation to Medical Aid Palestine of about 35 quid, which should basically just cover any Twitch income I've got. So the stream is very much charity only now, and all the better for it, I feel. Well, I don't want to give you a bunch of extra things to do for it. I am very happy with it as it is. But we are here to play a game. And that game is The Altars. And LJ, I must warn you. If you intend to play The Altars at any point, I'm very far into the game. It is spoilerific time. And it is a game that, at least on the first run through, it is a game designed to be replayed over and over. Has a storyline, and some of the challenges or events and so on may be spoiled for you if you stick around. So you should feel free to lurk or leave. It's entirely fine if you want. Otherwise, you might find this quite interesting. So let's get over here. You'll notice some things have changed around here, LJ. I know you've been having a life, and that is a good thing. We've got a bit of a rearrange of the kitty cams. So we've got this one under here now, which will point to their occasional bed here. I've moved the kitty cam outside in the thing, so it doesn't like look out onto the street and docks the neighbours, but also captures them in a bit more of their path, because they like to sit on the ground in there quite a lot. This one here remains much as it is. It gives you a sort of general view, and the feeding cam is still there. So those are things that are happening, that have happened. And in the game, we're on the third act. So if you're unaware of The Altars, it's by 11-Bit Games, the same people who did This War of Mine, Frostpunk 2, some other things. I've been very... I set myself a challenge to write a short, maybe essay type thing on what this is to me and why I think it's probably the best game of the year for me personally. And that's got a lot to do with how it combines some of the ways that this War of Mine worked with some of the ways that Frostpunk 1 works, avoiding mostly a lot of how Frostpunk 2 worked, which isn't that distinct from Frostpunk 1, but was big enough to make me feel it hasn't really had that much influence on this game. Most of the ideas seem to be coming out of the Frostpunk 1. It's a survival strategy based management game. You are a lowly project manager. It's not really clear what you were of it to begin with, on a mission into space, one of the last ditch efforts to try and recover humanity from global warming climate change has done its thing, and basically there's just not enough food on Earth. An element was discovered on a comic called Rapidium, and it appears to make things grow faster. So the corporations, which are largely it's corporations that are government funded. The reality is kind of happening around us now. Are sending exploratory ships out into the galaxy to try and locate more of this Rapidium. Your ship has an emergency, and you come out of your escape pod. Everyone else on the crew is dead. The base, however, that the ship was carrying has landed and is functional. And you must survive. And one of the... Hello, Spectacular Man. It's fantastic to see you. And you are talked into you find Rapidium, and the ship has a Rapidium thing called the Womb, like a testing area, and you're talked into cloning yourself and using the ship's quantum computer, yes I know, giving that version of yourself a branching life from yours. The quantum computer will extrapolate from your memories the events that might happen if you had made choices at different points of your life. And now you have a technician who can help you, and of course you make more, and you can make lots of different ones. Your life path leads you all over the place. So in this case we have the technician, the doctor, the scientist, and the botanist. And well, just at the end of the previous act, this is the scientist just coming up on screen now. The technician, who has been deeply upset for some time, has attacked us. We were knocked out, badly hurt. He managed to accidentally... He didn't. We're pretty sure he didn't mean to, but he managed to smash our suit visor, or cause it to be smashed. And we've been unconscious for some time. And now he's made off. He's taken a vehicle and gone. So we are at... A lot of other things have happened, but basically this is the final stage before we are rescued. So, with all of that in mind, let's continue. So each day is basically a minute a second. And one of the core mechanics is to manage the mood of your alters. So he's buggered off. All of these guys are basically all right. The more upset, annoyed, rebellious they're feeling, the less time they will work. So the scientist here is super duper happy. But we don't actually have much science for him to do. So at the moment, we've got people queued. We have to manage our production. Organics, metals. Right, that needs fixed. He will fix it. The soundtracks, yeah, it's a complex game. None of the 11-bit games are. Can we just have a bigger ship? I mean, we haven't needed a bigger ship. It's not. I'm wondering if there's going to be more, like the rendezvous is delayed or something. But for now, we just need people doing useful things while we explore the area, because we haven't set up a lot of things that need doing. I have a feeling this is going to be a long act. We are plenty of food. Yeah, we're going to be overflowing, so we need to get them work. We need to set things up outside so that they get to work. So you have lots of interpersonal challenges. Jan Scientist is aloof and doesn't really care about people. Jan Refiner is a surfer dude. I should really do it in the other order, shouldn't I? Jan Scientist is aloof and so on. Jan Botanist is a bit kind of obsessed with your ex-wife, because it's still your ex-wife is still his wife in his memories. And yeah, it's fairly clear he kind of wants to try and get together with your ex in this world. So he talks a big game about sort of being emotionally aware and self-aware and so on, but he's pretty classically codependent, and I say that advisedly, in that he can't really seem to function without the concept of having some version of his wife there. Jan Doctor is a complicated soul. And Jan Refiner is a party dude, or rather he's surfer dude. He is pretty chill. But for all that he's superficial, he's quite a deep thinker and kind of does know himself quite well, and is unafraid to kind of just flat out ask for things, which is useful and annoying in equal measure. So we need to get out of here and start exploring. So we have discovered not a lot of areas of mining. What is this? We need to build a beacon over there. Right, let's go ahead and get that done. We may have left things too long. We've got a magnetic storm in one day. That's a problem. But we've shored up our resources, so we ran all the way up there and it didn't tell us build the beacon here, which is kind of annoying. But we're going in the right direction. So we will, in terms of production, well, we're going to need those repair kits. Right, I'm less worried about the radiation filter than these things. So let's get them. We've got magnetic storm coming. Things are going to break. There's 2 machine. Yeah, we can do that whenever. The pylon components we're going to need, because we're about to use our last set, I think. So this is the surface of the planet we crashed on. There are things that are trees. It's the first time we've seen any growth that resembles Earth-like life. Let me know if you can hear the game. Whoa! Oh, and there's anomalies as well. Like this fucker. Thank you. I've been a little rushed and haven't done my checks properly. Well, I haven't been rushed. I didn't rush myself. I'm just tired and I'm forgetting things. So we need to build our beacon.
All right, beacon placed. Time to summon the rescue team. But they can't find out about my altars. What the hell should I do? I wish the technician were here. He'd probably have something to say.
Stop coming to me with every problem. Why should we hide? We're not criminals. Fuck the ship. We should all stay here. What would the technician say? Stop coming to me with every problem. Why should we hide? Fuck the ship. We should all stay here.
Maybe he'd say, fuck the ship. Let's all stay on this planet together. We're not doing so bad, are we? Why do we even want to go back to that old life form? Or is that what I'd want him to say? It's a simple task. Think. You're supposed to be the one who can do it.
The refiner would say I should believe in myself. The botanist should say I should think with my heart. Oh, okay, Protector Man. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. Scientists would say I should focus on the mission. The refiner would say I should
believe in yourself. You can do literally anything. Damn. Oh, I'm sounding like the refiner. I need to get my shit together. But, cheesy as it might sound, it's not bad advice. I should stop doubting myself. There are things I'm good at. I mean, I found rubidium. Huh.
Yeah, I was
That
thinking,
might
build the
actually
rubidium and
be it.
surround it.
That's what the rescue team will care about most. If there's anything they're not taking off without, it's their precious cargo. Yeah. That's it. I'll have to find a way to use rubidium to smuggle the altars back to Earth. The details are gonna need refining, but I'm sure the scientists can help me with that. For now, brainstorm over. Let's light up this beacon.
Well, that's not fucking around, is it?
What the hell is that? Ah, shit. Pretty sure this was not supposed to happen. Please, can't anything be normal on this goddamn planet?
Pop that there to save time in the future. Alright, assignments. Nothing queued. Production. Refinery. Actually, I'm an idiot. You need the refined metals sorted, so or there's no connection there. So we're doing some tidying up. feel like we've lost some progress. Oh, hang on. How do we get up there? Down there somewhere. Okay. All right.
Look at that. I found my Boy Scout badge. Go fierce ocelots.
Fierce ocelots there. All the way down there. Okay, let's get in there. Probably have to kill a time. What's it? Might need to redo this day. Don't have time to go and get a recharge. Right. What shall I have him do? What do we need? Some both, actually. Right, that's going to make a big difference. This will now charge rather than drain my battery. That way. Okay. It's almost certain to be in here then. Right on the edge. Okay. Okay, we can't do anything about that. We'll link it up tomorrow. Well, we won't, because it won't be working. Right, let's try this. No. Fine, we've got to go in. We've achieved something, but not enough. I've got a feeling I'll be doing this section a couple of times over. Right. 2160. Alright, there you are.
I keep imagining myself in a...
I have some bad news.
So, I have some bad news and some even worse news. Does that mean you finally talked to someone on Earth about us? Well, sort of, yes. It looks like they want me to keep you a secret from the rescue team. Smuggle you on board. Oh. And for what reason, if I may ask?
Because creating you was a crime.
Well, you have to realize that creating you wasn't exactly legal. It was a crime, in fact, and they just want to handle it properly. So that no one questions their right to Rapidium, I guess. But, I'm not sure we need to worry about that just yet, because that was the less bad news. The worst news is the rescue ship might end up not picking us up at all. What? I set up the beacon, but just as the light was going up in the air, suddenly something jammed it. As if there was, I don't know, an invisible barrier up in the sky. Are you sure you activated the beacon correctly?
Blaming me won't help.
I don't think blaming me is gonna help much. I'm not blaming you. I'm trying to understand how an invisible barrier suddenly appeared in the sky. Well, we need to do something about it. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been in vain, and we'll end up fried down here. It's not just about the beacon. If light can't get out, then a ship won't get in either. Yes. Right. Let's stay cool. Give me a moment to study this thing. I was hoping you'd say that. I suppose in that case, the conversation about smuggling us on board should be postponed. I suggest we don't mention it to anyone just yet, so as not to cause unwanted agitation. Right. One problem at a time, huh? Yes. Let me research whatever this barrier is. First, you could use the time to look around the area, secure resources. We'll probably need them if we were to overcome yet another obstacle.
All right. Light can't get out. How are we getting communications? Tina.
Hello? Lena, is that you?
Yeah. It wasn't easy to convince them, but they let me through. One last time before you set off, I guess.
Right. How about that? It turns out it might be more difficult for the rescue ship to pick me up than anyone imagined.
What do you mean?
Same old, same old.
Same old, same old. More obstacles. Speaking of which, I met your boss.
Agatha? Yeah. Look, I feel bad about telling her. I know you're worried for their safety, but honestly, I'm more worried for yours. And I'm not sure it's right to lie to people who, well, your life depends on them.
You did the right thing. I stood up for what was important for me.
What about what's important to me? Doesn't that matter to you?
Maybe I just care about you in a very down-to-earth way.
Uh-huh.
I guess whether you live or die matters to me more than if you're happy with what I'm saying.
Yeah, you haven't changed.
You, on the other hand, first you ask for my help, something you've never done before. Then you and I actually have a normal conversation about our differences without biting each other's throats. This whole thing really did change you.
Yeah. I think you're right. I have changed. And I've been thinking about us.
Why do I have to have this conversation now?
Jan, listen.
Just let me finish. Remember our first night together? When you came over to do that project with me?
I brought pizza, you had beer, and it was awkward at first, then it was fun.
Just fun?
Yeah, because that's really a lot.
I woke up with you sleeping on my arm as if it was the most natural thing to do. As if you'd somehow always been there, next to me, but I only just noticed it. The morning I swore to myself I would never, ever let you go. Well, I failed to keep that promise. And all this time, I hated myself for it. But now I know it's not the most important thing. It's not failing that's a problem. It's refusing to move on.
Failing, succeeding, you always looked at life that way. But sometimes things just happen, and they're neither good nor bad.
Yeah. I know that now, and I think I just want to thank you, you know? For every fucking glorious moment we had together. And for the less glorious ones, too. Because without them, without you, I would never be who I am today. And it seems that I am exactly who I need to be right now.
I know. And I also know that you're gonna make it. You'll get back home safely with Rapidium. And you'll be all right.
Optimism. Gonna be okay, I know.
Yeah. It's gonna be okay. I just know it. And there's one more thing I want you to know. Agatha said they don't intend to involve you in my trial. You and Dr. Paulson. So, he's not gonna get into any trouble for helping you out with those implants. Just so you know.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all good for me, really.
Shit, that's actually, you know what? I think I need to go. I just, yeah, I better...
Okay, something's going on.
Lena? What's the matter? What just happened?
Something grim. Right, who needs... Alright, let's definitely get that on. Smiling, smiling, smiling. It's got a set bit of that going on. It's people living in a reality that's largely... like, it's very far from what they're built for.
Did you see that?
But yeah, I can see stylistically it's kind of there, isn't it?
Yes! Kidding me?
The first time I watched Blade Runner 2049, it was on... it was an incredibly low-res pirated copy playing on a friend of mine's Wii U.
Almost.
So I made myself watch it in high def, and yeah, I can see a bit more recently.
Nice.
It was alright.
Almost. I'm a bit rusty.
So we're playing beer pong
Let's
to
try again later.
improve their mood. Yeah, so we pumped his mood up. I'm gonna... They're all gonna be a 12-hour shift shortly anyway. Right, what's going on? We're exhausted, but honestly, it's not gonna make a lot of difference.
Lena?
Listen, we don't have much time. I had to find a different way to get through to you. The previous connection wasn't safe.
Not safe? What do you mean?
You said Agatha told you Vin Paulson wouldn't be held accountable for helping me with you. But I never told her he was helping me. We work in different departments, so even my team weren't aware. You were the only one who knew he was in on this. The only way Agatha could find out was if she was listening in.
Yeah. Do you think... I mean... What else did we talk about? Are you in trouble?
I don't know. But there's something you should know. The rescue team they're sending to get you out of there, they're an armed unit. Special ops. Maybe it's because of the Rapidium. But maybe there are other reasons. You should be careful.
I don't think Agatha trusts them.
Military men. Wow. Still, I don't think Agatha trusts these guys. She told me to hide my altars from them. Smuggle them on board.
Smuggle them? That's strange. Unless... No.
Just say what you're thinking.
It might not be about what the rescue team knows, Jan. But about what your altars think. If they believe they're safe, hidden, in cryosleep, they'll simply be...
An easy kill. That's what you're saying.
Damn it, Agatha. I should have known she can't be trusted. I wish I could help you somehow.
I guess we're in this together. Maybe you can.
Maybe you can, actually.
Really? Tell me.
Lucas. Maxwell's former assistant, the guy in STC. I know he got cut off, but I think they're underestimating him. So, let's assume for a moment that I do manage to get the rescue team to land safely. Maybe there's a way he could take control of the ship remotely. Steer it someplace safe, far away from Ally Corps.
What about the implants? They can be tracked. You know that, don't you?
Can't they be disabled?
True. Can't they be disabled somehow?
I guess I could cause a little breakdown in our medical system. They're not unusual, you know? Hardware crashes leading to loss of data.
Lana, you are the best.
Yeah, I know.
So, does that mean you'll try and contact Lucas?
I'll give it a shot, yeah. Why not?
Thank you, Lana. Really, really. Thank you.
Don't. Just make sure that ship can land and you get the hell out of there.
I'm working on it.
Good luck, then.
I'm not quite sure what doesn't. How does that deal with the armed dudes? Right. So we need to find the rebels base, gather up things. We're exhausted, but fine. We're going to be stuck in the base for most of the time anyway.
Shortages are detected.
Where's that minerals deposit I found? Right, the thing I can do in 5 hours, most usefully, is get that interrail. Hey, Cuppy!
I like you. Have a cupcake.
Meet, probably. I'm not best pleased with Atlassian at the moment, to be honest. It's just the t-shirt I'm wearing after being at work, so... I can't find that interval. Well, it does help if I have the torch thing out, doesn't it? I'm sure they'd say hi, Cuppy, if they knew. I'm sure they'd appreciate some kind of treat, because obviously they're malnourished. Just totally neglected. I think I tried this one and just pulled up a blank. Yeah, we will do that just after this bit. Stop dead there. We're gonna risk it a bit. Oh, it goes over there. Right. Yeah, I treat them so terribly.
Hey, something's malfunctioning here. Should I change my workstation?
Alright, that's good. Where did you go, you fuck?
Me to do this?
Fuck it, we're here, we might as well.
artwork place is damaged. Should I work on this while you're scheduling repairs?
You are doing the repairs, my friend. Perfect. We got everything we needed. Now we can go home. That was progress. Okay, we're a bit coasty around the edges, but basically good. We'll just pop down and get a recharge. As just being in the base doesn't really seem to fully recharge your suit. And we shall nope the fuck out of here. And do some treatals. Treats. Okay. Let's treat them up. Nom nom. Nom nom. Up up. Up up. Up up. I haven't got them to... I'll never get them to do actual commands. Come on. Up up. So how have you been, Cuppy? Nice. So I assume your birthday's been somewhere around here, so happy birthday. You don't need to say when, I'm just saying happy birthday. What did you see at the cinema? I need to fix that one. Yeah, this one. Okay. Yeah, I've heard good things about it, actually. Right, finish off this day and then we'll take a break. Not going to be a long stream tonight. I need to be up super early tomorrow. Going down was a bit rough, I'm going to be honest. I do need to change scene, but at least you can kind of see what's going on, which is better than it was before. Yeah, we've got all the raw food we need. Everyone's having a reasonable time. And we can start research on something new. I don't know why I waited till I got 2. So, it's either... Alright, so I've got a strategy then. So we're going to do this. Yeah, the hotel was, yeah. I'll relate the full story of my travel woes in a minute, but yeah. We're good, actually. Yeah, we are good. All right. How long will it take me to fix the research lab? I won't get it done any faster. Hey, dude. Yeah, the hotel was very nice. Okay. You all smoke. Why are you not repairing the... Can't talk to anyone. Alright, we can send people to the minerals outpost. For tomorrow. Haven't managed this very well. Have some beer pong with the refiner. But we've got to get this research lab fixed.
I hate not knowing what someone is plotting behind my back.
You know what? Fuck beer pong for tonight. We're going to get an early night. But first we're going to have a break. We'll begin the next day. We don't need the technician. Right, we'll get to all of this in a moment. I shall be right back. Right, I'm back. Let's see what this day brings. Yeah, so there's an 8-bit remix from the amazing Fader Tech. Who is? It's called. I need to add this to the thing. So I put something last time. So here. I need to write this and make the commands. So it's. Hang on. Working. Mark. Something like that. I just need to find a command. So yes, the story. So, where did I put that command? Because it should be something like... Nope. Ah, right. It was always meant to be that, but I never did it. So let's go and find where it is, and then... It's called intro music. So if we go to commands... There it is. That's not going to make a lot of sense, but it will do for now. It's better than nothing. Ha! Oh, I can't send two chat announcements, one after the other. I wonder if I can do it this way and make it look not ugly. Sorry about this. I have gone off on a tangent. Gosh, who would have thought? Right, yeah, that's a bit messy. I'll have a bit of work on it. But anyway, Tech is amazing. Not a recent discovery, but someone I've recently got into, as it were. They are a floating orb, eye beast thing. and they do super chill. Good idea. Good idea. Well, the problem is getting it to do things on the start. You can throw a multitude of things, including fluffy penguins, at said eye beast. Good idea, though, Chappie. I could do a wait 5 seconds for intro 1, intro 2. That's a good idea. Let's do that now.
Jeepers.
Right, so while I'm doing this, what happened? So I set off in plenty of good time. Oh, how I wish you could just duplicate commands, but you can't. You need to make a new command or export it and import it. So I set off in plenty of time. I got to I got on my way. That was all fine. Then I went over a bump, and it wasn't a particularly bad bump. Nothing terrible happened. Except, well, yeah, I was like, oh, that was a bump. And chat triggers. But then my GPS cut out, and I was obliged to find somewhere to pull over, and I was on a small country road, so I turned into an even smaller country road, and then turned off into a field. And that's delayed me somewhat because I had to pull all my gear, all my luggage off the bike, go underneath the seat, find the electrics after some diagnosing and so on, and figured out, all right, so the connection's not loose here, it's not loose there. Oh, it's got to be down by the battery, so I had to turn the bike off, isolate like the electrics, and then turn them on them very carefully because the terminals are exposed, and if you cross them with your hands or something, that's a lot of amps that's suddenly going to go through you. And I had to do this while kind of stressed out and in the beating sun, because it had decided at that point it was going to be sunny. And also the bump had loosened the mount for the GPS so that it swung downwards and was facing the floor. I got it connected and so on, and I thought I tightened it up. I needed Allen keys to do this. I did not have Allen keys. I did have two multi-tools, so I was trying to use the pliers to turn the two screws, which screw in opposite directions, in to tighten the whole mechanism. And I thought I got it done. I set off, and we got a little way, and it dropped again. So I just continued on my way and stopped at a garage that I knew was on the way and asked them, do you have any Allen keys? And they went, no. I got back on my bike, thinking I'll just continue riding along the route. And, yeah. And I'll find somewhere, like someone, there'll be some roadworks or something. Yeah, there'll be something. I'll figure something out. Anyway, I'll get over here while I'm doing this, actually. And praise be, just as I turned out of the garage, just the other side of the roundabout was a massive Wix. So I was able to go into Wix and buy some not too expensive hex keys. Tighten up the mount, so that was all sorted. The loose connection, I need to go back in there and strip that wire clean. Cut it off where it's frayed or broken, and then fix it together. And thankfully, there's going to be enough length on it to make that work without too much hassle. For the moment, it's like pushed into it. I pushed it into place, and I got my my massive heavy bike chain, and then dumped the whole thing on top of the battery compartment just to squeeze everything down so that it shouldn't move around. Right, it stayed on since, so that's fine. I could possibly just fix it in place with a bit of gaffer. So that wasted about an hour. Then I took a wrong turning and went off. I had to like go. I was meant to turn off the A road and then take a back road route and then connect up with something else somewhere. And instead, I exited back out onto the same A road. And had to go all the way up to the main roundabout, turn round, and then come back. At which point I was travelling towards Southampton, which was weird. So I must have been travelling towards Southampton. You turn off and you come round. So basically I added this on. And instead of turning me off at exactly the approximately same point, it kept me going on. This brought me to somewhere that I was quite familiar with, which is called Spitfire Link. And there's a roundabout there. And over the times, I have been on a motorway up to this point twice, and I'm not allowed on motorways. So I have gone in. I've accidentally turned onto a motorway near Bristol twice from a roundabout not very far from here. Generally, when I'm coming back from a friend's place at night, because the exit is a complicated series of turns and junctions. And at night, in particular, it's very hard to tell you're suddenly merging onto the motorway, to the M32 in that case. In this case, I've gone around this roundabout a few times and noticed, oh, look, that thing there looks like a turning you should take, but it's not. It's onto the M3. And I was pretty stressed and tired from all of this, and I did not click in, and I took my turning, and then my GPS said to me, merge onto the M3. And I am not allowed to be on any motorway. And is particularly, I really shouldn't be on the M3. But thankfully it was only a mile before I could get off again. So I was already going at 70, and I just kept to the left, breathed deeply the whole way, and then exited. And eventually I got to the hotel, where the pool was closed because it closes early on a Sunday, which they don't say on their website. The restaurant is closed, which they don't say on their website. The room they gave me had not been made up. It had like someone's empty drinks bottles and stuff still in there. The bed was unmade, and actually it was quite kind of pokey. So I went down and kind of these two young women are like, they're barely 20 if they're even that, running the desk, and I kept my temper even. They don't need to know, need to be shouted at. It's a first time job in hospitality is hard work, and your first time job in hospitality sucks. So I was just like, I can't sleep in there. Also, could you give me a room that isn't quite so far away from the door? I have some really heavy luggage, and your lifts are not working yet. It's the hotel is being renovated. It's reopened in the last few months. So they ran around physically checking the rooms, found me one which was clearly like an upgraded suite, so hence being absolutely massive. I've lived in smaller flats. And then I walked 25 minutes to a pub to have dinner. They were like, well, why don't you order something else? Well, I've got to get my steps in, so I did that, and that was quite nice. It was a sports pub. Lots of people were watching the sports ball and enjoying themselves, and I wasn't that interested. So just found a quiet spot to myself. But one group of people who were around the TV, who I assumed were there to watch football, clearly weren't, because one of them, one of the TVs outdoors is silent, but it's underneath the speakers, and the jukebox will play through. And one of them, I didn't actually see who it was, but it's a male voice, is an amazing singer, like an incredibly powerful, very resonant voice. The rest of the table are not. but they're doing like Ride Sally, and he is note pitch perfect, really powerful, and everyone else sort of sings along doing the responses to the choruses, because that really brightened up my evening. So I just I noodled back with that echoing in my head. But I also put on Jack Little's stream. If you don't know Jack Little, you should check him out. Interesting. Mostly does just chatting now. But in a previous incarnation, basically did, you'll see in a moment, played Elite Dangerous. Played a lot of Elite Dangerous. Generally as part of the fuel rats, like the people who go and find people stranded in space and like fuel them up.
If you have a guess for the voices, exclamation mark voice, and then whoever you think it is. And if you
It's a
wanna
puppet.
Know, yeah, you get a sound effect if you're wrong. Why are we rewarding failure? I do not know.
So he was flying, or they were flying the ship one-handed, using the puppet.
Yeah, if you type in exclamation mark wrong, you'll bring up all of the wrong answers. By this point, it goes on for quite a while. So, you know, just think on. Just think on. It's definitely not your cat's girl, Natty. I don't even know your cat's name, nor do you, it would appear. Your mum. It's never my mum. Maybe one day we'll do my mum. I mean, everybody else has. How did that work? How did that happen? How did I end up dissing my own mum?
Have you
I
now?
can't mum diss myself.
Something in the Discord. So yeah, he's very funny, as you can see there. But he does have a redeem, which is story time, which he reads an incredibly dense and long. It's called The Life and Times of Someone, and it's done in very, I want to say 17th or 18th century English. Incredibly flowery. I think it's probably written in the 1900s. And he has to read the next section of it, however long it is, even if the stream is meant to be ending. I shall check this out. Oh yeah. I've seen that one. There's one that's just a ticket. There's a t-shirt. Hang on. No. Era issue 1999. So there is a JIRA issue that has been that's been open since 1999 or something. In their JIRA oldest open issue. Is that the one? But it's something. People were printing out T-shirts with just the JIRA, Atlassian's own JIRA, with the issue number on it, and wandering around Summit with it on. I can't remember what it's called. Is it 1996? No, I can't remember offhand. You'd think I would, given what I do, but I can't remember. Yeah, that didn't go down well. There are 10-year-old issues in there that, you know, people like, you ever going to fix this? I feel like you're ever going to fix this. Anyway, I'm an expert in Atlassian software, and I've used it all my life. And at the moment, there are things they are doing that I am not fully in agreement with, but then that has always been the case. So we'll leave that there. Right. So let's get this day going. Was that a very brief radioactive storm? Okay. I'm confused. Yeah. Okay. But shouldn't we have outside a... Right. And refining, you can go there. Still have more. I thought... Oh, what's the time? 9 o'clock. Yeah. I know
I
you.
hate not knowing what someone is plotting behind my...
Yeah, we'll go and find him. We're on this. You want to talk?
Did you want to talk? Yes, someone should bring it to your attention. Might as well be me. We're close to this planet's magnetic pole, which means that magnetic storms are bound to happen more often here.
Let's hope we're out of here with Nick.
Well, let's hope we're out of here before the next one hits. I would estimate the probability of that as low.
Yeah, I got it.
But it's not about us. We can hide in the base, while the technician is out in the open. The Tur vehicle could have protected him from the first magnetic storm, but it
All right.
must have suffered severe damage.
You take care, Cuppy. I won't be on much
If you
longer
wanna find him
anyway.
alive, I suggest you don't wait for another storm to hit.
Oh, I need to finish. I didn't finish doing my thing. So we've done intermediate 2. So on the event of stream start, you need to. And then we'll run a command again. Or we'll run a wait. Say 10 seconds. Then commands. Right, let's give that a go. See if it works next time. Right. Do you actually care? want to know.
Wait. Is there something wrong with my hearing, or do you actually care? Of course, I don't care. I just wish we had more hands on deck, that's all. You better work on your story. Last I heard, it was about the resentful technicians scheming to lure us into a trap. All right. Maybe I do care. About the professional in each of us. The technician may be an immature, self-centered jerk, but nobody could take care of base maintenance like he did. Yes, he is missed. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to my duties. Lucas, you got through again.
Your wife. She asked me to call you, said you were having second thoughts about trusting Agatha. Why the hell did you let them know? You should have listened to me and Maxwell.
That would have been even worse.
That would have been even worse. All Maxwell wanted was to use my altars for his experiments. He didn't care about anything else.
And you're basing that assumption on what? The ever so reliable corporate narrative? They were only waiting for an opportunity to get rid of him. His vision scared the shit out of them.
You know what happened to his patient?
You know what happened to his patients.
What do you mean?
I mean that Maxwell wasn't honest with me about what was really going on in Project Ela. I know about the patient who ripped himself apart because of multiple mine record overwrites. And all the other patients who self-harmed continuously, but Maxwell never informed anybody. I know the real reason the corporation killed your project. Don't tell me you weren't aware of that. Lucas?
That's just bullshit. Plain bullshit. Nothing like that ever happened.
Didn't know, really?
Really? You didn't know? That would mean Maxwell doesn't trust you that much. If you could look me in the eye right now, would you swear that not a single person got harmed in those experiments? Would you swear on your life, Lucas?
Well, there were some rumors at one point that a patient that he was, well, a little unstable and he might have... But at his family's request, we buried his data. That's what Maxwell said.
Did you bury any more data?
What? No, what are you talking about? Look, we were working with mentally disturbed people. Accidents happen. But Maxwell was just trying to help them.
I believe in his motives, but I don't like his methods.
Look. I know he really wanted to achieve something good, but even if we do take these stories with a pinch of salt, he does have very radical methods, and I don't like that.
Well, whatever he was doing, you put an end to it. Now don't blame me for being scared of Agatha and her gang.
Then help me save my altars from them.
Why should I do that?
Is he a good person?
Because you're a good person. You're not just Maxwell's guy. You have a heart of your own. Didn't Grandma tell you to always follow your heart or something like that?
Absolutely not. She always told me to be rational. Shit, Jan. Okay, just tell me what you're thinking.
Well, you're a QC navigator, and I'm guessing it would be a piece of cake for you to take control of the rescue ship and dispatch us somewhere else. Somewhere no one would find us.
Wait, what are you talking about, Jan? Hijacking a ship full of rubidium? And you've really lost your mind.
I think you want to do it.
You know what I'm thinking? That you want to do it. Put a spoke in the corporation's wheel.
I don't know, Jan. This is all very confusing. I'm already in all sorts of trouble. just... I need to think this over, okay? I'm not sure about what part I would have to play in all this. I guess I'm not used to playing a significant part in anything.
Sure, Lucas. Think it over. Just remember, I'm a little pressed for time here.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Jan. Got a minute for me?
I'm thinking of wrapping this
We
up
did it.
before we get.
We're going home. Yeah. Wherever that is. An exciting, fresh start. What's on your mind? Honestly, same thing over and over. I can't wrap my head around how real my memories are. I mean, the state of the world, Ben working on that platform. Everything's the same. Except, I'm not in it.
You'll be soon.
You will be, soon enough. We just need to give it all we've got on this last stretch. Yeah. That sounds almost like a dream ending to a fairy tale. Except one thing that worries me. That accident that killed Ben. What about it? Well, what if it's not just fiction, you know? I mean, he's working for the same company with the same people using the same equipment, and believe me, nobody puts safety first out there. So it got me thinking that if nothing bad has happened by now, maybe that doesn't mean it never will. But only that it hasn't happened yet.
Right, we should hurry about.
Okay. In that case, I guess we'd better hurry up and get back in time to warn him, right? And what if that turns out to be too late? No. I won't stand by and wait for his death a second time. I'll never forget how I felt afterwards. Asking myself why I never acted when there was
It was your
still
first day.
time.
How do you know?
Why I never reported anything. Why didn't you? I was afraid I'd be out of work. Besides, we never thought it was anything serious. Never thought it could lead to, you know.
You're haunted by your sense of guilt.
I see. You're haunted by guilt. It must have given you hell. I don't know. I think I just never let myself grieve properly. Pretending to accept reality when actually I was living in denial. I suppressed so much. Running away from problems time after time. Only to end up here and suddenly ask myself, what if I've been given a second chance? A second chance? For what? For saving Ben.
And how do you want to do that?
And how do you want to do that? Listen to this. I have an idea. That guy who helped you find Ben. Oh, Lucas, no, forget it. We just got him fired. Well, how about your wife? Maybe she could help. Send an anonymous tip-off about all the bad shit that's surely still going on down there. She won't be risking anything. If it turns out not to be true, then that's fine. They'll pass the inspection and carry on doing what they were doing. But if something is wrong, she'll help save not only Ben, but many other lives. Don't tell me that doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll try to talk to her.
Oh, what the hell? Okay. I'll try and talk to Lena. Boy, is she gonna love me for it. Thanks, man. Thanks for doing this for me.
we're going to find out what how this conversation goes, and then I think we're looking at a restart of this. Oh, because I'm not too happy with how things are going. But that won't be tonight. I'm going to have to go to bed.
Jan, what's the matter? Did something happen?
Not yet, but it could happen. That's why I'm calling.
What are you talking about?
Saving lives.
Saving lives on an offshore oil rig.
What do you mean?
It's a long story, but I know for sure that it's not being run properly. And one fatal accident already happened there in my alternate life.
Okay. Okay, this is confusing. Can you walk me through it?
Well, it seems that if I'd stayed abroad at some point in my life, I could have ended up on an oil rig. Like my altar, the refiner.
And?
He thinks we can save many people.
He experienced a pretty bad accident there. Many people died. We carried out a little research, and crazy as it sounds, there's a big chance that accident may happen again.
Really? How's that?
We established that the same people worked there, just like my altar remembers it. His friend, Ben Harris, he exists in real life. We think many lives can be saved.
That's extraordinary. But lately, that's nothing new, right? What exactly would you have me do?
Well, you could simply the right people
Anonymously.
about the working conditions down there. Anonymously, of course. Just point their attention.
You mean report a company that I have absolutely no knowledge of and accuse them of wrongdoing that I have no clue about? Based on testimony from a simulation of your alternative life.
Yep.
Wow, I mean, hell, that sounds so normal.
What the hell is normal? It's crazy. That's why you're the only one I can ask.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's why you're the only one I can ask. I don't expect you to believe it'll work, but just please try and do it for me. It will mean a lot.
Okay, fine. It's by far the most ridiculous thing anyone's ever asked of me, but I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Lena. I knew I could count on you.
I'll get back to you.
Right, I don't think I've got the energy to do this day. So we are gonna call it there. I need to get myself relaxed and into bed. So I have a very early start tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Worth a raid. See who's around. There might be someone who appreciates even a small group of us. Let's raid Dante. Okay. Raiding Dante Belacqua. I hope, be back with some Beat Saber tomorrow. Probably around 2. Depends a bit. And Thursday's Beat Saber will be about 2:30. Again, depends a bit. So tomorrow I have my motorcycle test. If I can do Beat Saber earlier, I will. Or if I'm too stressed out or tired, I won't. And Thursday, basically, I'll get started shortly after my cleaners depart, which should be around 2:30. Tomorrow evening, I should be doing more altars, so we will wind back a bit and start that section over again, probably. Right.
No, bollocks. I need those bollocks.
You need what, then? Okay. Take care. See you soon. Good night.